Hello, my name is Lina Archveld. Welcome to my studio. And today I would like to talk to you about silk hankies and how to work with silk hankies. What can you achieve with silk hankies? The reason I'm doing this session, because when I started to work with silk hankies many years ago, the process working with hankies just drove me crazy. Yes, you achieve beautiful texture, but separating the silk hankies, then just putting it to a layout, and then when everything dragging with the silk hankies, I just did not enjoy that part of my work. So what I do now, I'm rediscovering silk hankies again. My friend, latex gloves. So when you start to work with silk hankies, you probably will get batch like this. You need to separate them, yeah? So separating, like I separate in half. Can you see how easy? Can you see how easy these hankies separate from my hand and not sticking to my hand because of latex gloves? Then I separate again. At this stage I should wear glasses. I didn't prepare, so I'm going to do it without glasses. And it's easy, separate one by one. Okay, so I separate for my project one by one, and the edge, just basically holding silk hankies by the edge. Look how easy is that. Nothing sticking to my hands, everything separating nicely. Just look at close up. Look, easy, so easy, unbelievably easy. Okay, so when you separate different colors, and I usually do this with cup of tea, possibly in front of TV, exercising. So when you have a hanky, beautiful hanky, okay, have you noticed all the thickness on the hankies? You really need to stretch this, the thickness. So what you do, very simply, start to stretch. If you don't, that might create a problem during felting, might even just spoil your texture. Don't leave this, please. Just stretch. Okay. So you just stretched this hanky. Then all depends. What do you want to do with your design, with your hankies? For example, I'm working on felted top. So one side will be silk hankies and fiber, and I will explain why fiber. And if you notice, my design kind of goes lines. So what I did, before separated hankies, I grab pile of hankies, okay, sharp scissors, and cut triangular, okay. Depends. If you need squares for your design, leave the squares. I created these triangulars like this, okay. This possibly can be separated further. Can you see? So then we have this cobweb. You see, absolutely light cobweb. What you can do, you can stretch, okay, and put on your design. Prepare them in advance. That's then easier. Right. What I recommend, if you look, hanky has beautiful, beautiful edge. Don't stretch that edge. It gives more texture. Don't cover that edge with another hanky. If you look, the way I'm putting on my design, all edges going on top of hanky, this will create more texture. what else I'm doing? I'm kind of scrambling my hanky, okay? I don't put straight. If you put straight, it might be a little bit too thin and it might be eaten by wool. So I'm just doing this, scrambling them. The way I started this design, I started in the middle. And I was growing. Then I started here because I wanted different directions of hankies, and I was growing. And can you see I'm merging now? Again, I'm starting in the middle here, and then I'm going to add hanky. Which color? See what's happening here. See how much going on here. So that's probably where I was stretching that spots on hankies. Yeah, so then I'm just putting, you see, I want that yellow edge on top of my hanky. Then I have more colors here, and usually I prepare around 4 colors. And if you check my website, I do sell in packs of 4 colors. Why? Because hankies are not exactly cheap products, and if you want few different colors, it's always better to buy a pack of colors. So, and then I'm just going to finish adding. So here asking for brown, and I do have, hopefully I do, yes I do, it's here. So I'm going to, I think I can't separate this more. And I'm going to put, can you see, brown like that. Okay. And I'm going to finish that bit, adding more hankies, and okay. So wearing gloves is just perfect. So I'm going to put like that. If you overlap hankies, totally fine. It's just create kind of different colors. So when you work with hankies, if you don't want these hankies dragging away from layout spray, it's another, be careful when you spray, but if you spray, they should stay and should not walk away the same time when you're walking away. You always need to have sharp scissors. You don't need to have big scissors, massive. You just sharp to cut your hanky if you need to cut, okay? Because if you start to tear, oh, it will be a problem. And silk is very strong, remember? So at the moment, then I'm going to put this purple hanky. Can you see what happens when you tear? Yeah, and you might need that because I wanted just to introduce this line here. Oops, it's wet, so better not to touch. Okay, something like that. Okay, don't forget you can overlap, right? Then I'm going. Okay, so I'll finish a layout. Okay, with hankies. I spray with water. Aha, we have one spot, which I've just spotted. If I did not, probably would spot later. And so I'm just putting like that. Okay. Oops. Because it's wet, it starts to stick to my fingers. Okay. I finished layout with my hankies. However, what's the disadvantage of hankies? They give fantastic textures. They do not give shine. How do I overcome this? I usually wet all my hankies. Okay, first put then net, add soap. Okay, Then I soap my layout really well. I let soap to settle and check if any gaps between hankies. I do not want wool coming through distinctively hankies. Okay, I want to cover all my layout with hankies. This is the design of my top. This is a felted top. What I do, I'm not going to wet layout now. Okay, to be frankly, I did not prepare water. Look, my jug is empty. That's how I prepared for this video. But what I do, if you've been felting with me, taking my online classes, you know I'm a big fan of viscose. Okay, for a few reasons. Because viscose much cheaper than mulberry silk or any other silk, gives you similar textures, if not the same. Similar, let's say. Let's stay on similar, but much cheaper. So what I'm going to do, let's pretend that it's all ready for our viscose. So I quite like to use something like this, like stripes. And what I do, I don't want to cover all hankies, but what I want to add some shine to my hankies, to my layout. So I will start. Can you see? I did not spread completely. I just put this, I don't know, squiggle, let's call. Then, and viscose, I choose in viscose similar colors. Oops, don't do that, Lena. Similar or the same colors, because the advantage of my online shop, you can choose the same colors viscose and the same colors hankies and the same colors of flax. So what I'm doing, I'm choosing the same colors, which is very easy then to work with colors. Okay, and I'm just putting, for example, this purple will go on contrast color. Yeah, and I'll work with the same color, then I change to another color and I start to put and play with all this fiber, and that's it. But don't forget, I need to wet this layout first. Look, how amazing is that? So then when we finish felting, this viscose will give more texture. You can also add flax, linen, because there are two different fibers. Viscose fine fiber, flax or linen quite thick fiber. It will give you different textures. When I finish this top, I will show you my final result. Please check my website lenaarchbald.co.uk. You will find the silk hankies, and I'm increasing stock of my silk hankies. At the moment I sell in packs of 4 or 6 or 8. If you cannot find colors in my packs, get in touch with me. I will create packs specifically for you. I also can create packs for you choosing merino wool, hankies, flax and linen, 4 different fibers. So in a few weeks time, check my website again. I will be selling more colors of silk hankies, and you will be able to choose singular color rather than a pack. This top I'm just making for myself, but when I had a free webinar with my online classes students, they ask when I'm going to release class on felted clothes. So this is going to be online class, I promise. But first I want to play myself, and then I will teach how to create felted top with different materials. And this one has Margilan rarefied silk, has knitting yarns, has merino wool, hankies and few other secret ingredients. I hope you found this useful, how to work with hankies. Sometimes glass of gin and tonic, another my secret to sit down and relax in atmosphere, wearing these gloves, surround myself with colors of hankies and separate, getting ready for a new project. Where else I use hankies in my work? I'm creating this fine felt, it's going to be fine felt top. I use hankies in my class stained glass Nuna felt, and hankies give really beautiful textures, and this is the same, this is from the same class. Also I use hankies when I was creating this hat, and this is part of my online class felted cushion, which is here, okay, and felted hat and neck warmer. So really this, I mean, hankies create beautiful texture here and in mixture with the other fiber and something else. Apparently you can knit with hankies or crochet and obviously spin. So the application quite wide, okay. So I'm really looking forward to see what you're going to create with hankies too. Thank you so much. Stay safe. All the best. Goodbye.